Every day is a new beginning. Shine your light. It's a day and the world is waiting. Move along to the song, singing in your soul. Feel the beat, clap your hands, let's take control. All you need, all you want, are you ready to find your way? 'Cause every day is a new day.
Welcome to Wisconsin Family. I'm Jessa Jeremiah.
And I'm Steve Benchwall, filling in for Justin Riley.
That's right. And Justin, you're missing out. We're having a lovely time here at Rubins Furniture.
That's
We're
right.
downtown, and look at this lovely piece of furniture.
The curvy couch.
I love this couch. I always fall in love with where we're seated,
I
but this
know.
is particularly beautiful and reminds me of some of the news shows that you see on TV where they're sitting on those curvy couches. So
Yeah.
we're stepping it up
We're
today.
doing good today.
Yeah, feeling good. Talking about the American Leather Comfort Sleeper Sofa Sale. And it is an incredible idea for a home that you need a sleeper sofa of all sizes, and this is a sleeper sofa of new ages, incredibly comfortable. We're going to learn about that a little bit later and show you some of the options.
That's right.
I look forward to it.
Yep.
We're also talking about a few things for the home. Georgie from Incredible Windows joins us talking about odd-shaped windows.
Yep.
So,
Windows
do you have
of all
any odd
sizes.
shapes?
I got lots of them, and I need window covering. So one of these times, Georgie, I'm going to come in.
All right, so this is perfect for Steve.
That's right.
And we're also talking about coming up, believe it or not, the haunt at the Siege Paintball. So if you're interested in paintball, maybe for you or your kiddos, we'll learn about that after the break. So stay tuned.
'Cause every day is a new day. 'Cause every day is a new day.
Welcome back to Wisconsin Family. We're here on the curvy couch having a lovely time. Downtown at Rubins Furniture, we're going to talk a little bit about their sleeper sofas later in the show. You don't want to miss it. They've got some fabulous items coming up on sale. We're talking now about a fabulous activity for the family and really anybody of just about any age. And you may recognize Doug DeBack, who is joining us, and he is from the Siege Paintball in Mukwonago. I've been practicing saying that city name. And you probably don't recognize this young lady because she's hiding behind her mask, but Ruby is joining us once again, Doug's daughter. So glad to see you too.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. Okay, is going on. Lots of fun things. Just recently, you had Battle of Way, a scenario game that took place, and a record turnout. I mean, paintball is just exploding. So talk to us about this weekend.
Yeah, so the Battle Away scenario game that we had a record number of pre-registration, and a lot of people show up to play. It's a Vietnam scenario game. It's one of our biggest events of the year, and it was a lot of fun. We even had a plane fly over and drop supplies and stuff. So it was a very, very neat event and very fun. So people are already looking forward to next year.
So what are you simulating essentially a battle then?
Yeah, it's we have a guy that plans out the missions and stuff, and he's actually kind of a historian. His name's Dave, and he likes to reenact some certain stuff. But we also need to get paintball in there. We're not trying to, military
just about the
train
battle,
or anything
sure.
like that. We're trying to play paintball as well.
I almost think of that as like your opportunity to sort of play out, like, the closest that I've come to battle is like a video game or something like that. So it's almost the opportunity to sort of play out that video game scenario.
A lot of places have coined the phrase the real life video game.
Yeah, okay.
So
I think that sounds really interesting and kind of a fun way to be a part of a battle.
Yeah.
Without
yeah.
actually being in danger.
Right.
Because I would want to avoid all of the danger components,
Me
of course.
too. Me too. The Battle Away. That sounds awesome. Though.
Yes.
But, so what else is coming up? I mean, what do you got kind of coming up down the line?
our next big event that we're planning for, and that's why we got Clown Ruby with us today.
Clown Ruby is very scary, by the way.
All of October, we have our regular paintball and everything. We also have our Cancer Under Siege Cancer Benefit the first Sunday in October.
Oh, okay.
But all of October on Fridays and Saturdays we do a haunt theme. So at night it transfers into the haunt. We have zombies that you actually go on a ride and you get to shoot at them with a ultraviolet paintball that basically glows in the dark because it's all in the dark. So we go around the woods at night in the dark and zombies come out and try to attack you and you get to shoot them from the ride.
I would be terrified of that.
So It is
If you're looking for something a little scary, will kids do
Yes,
this?
so we want it to be, a little spooky and stuff like that, but we also want it to be an all ages event.
Okay.
There really is nothing for kids to do at night.
Sure.
The kids stuff is all during the day, pumpkin carving and stuff like that, but then when it comes to nighttime activities, there's not much for kids. So we wanted this to be an all ages event.
That's awesome.
Okay, so you definitely make it scary. It's in
Yep.
the dark. There's some scary masks, as you can see.
Yep, and Ruby did it like 3 times last year and had a lot of fun doing it.
Yeah.
She was not scared, she told me.
You weren't scared?
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Well, you're a very
Yep.
brave little girl, so
So-
you've got a brave young one.
The ride is our main attraction, but we also have a clown-themed laser tag. So
Yeah.
you play laser tag against another team, but we kind of have it circus themed. So there's laser lights and smoke and cotton candy scent, and then we have clowns that scare you while you're playing against the other team.
Oh my goodness gracious.
And then we also have the double tap shooting range, which are pop-up zombies and stuff to basically just kind of practice at before you get on the ride.
Wow, okay. And are you still doing the laser tag going into this season too then? Is that something that's still happening?
Yeah, so we're still doing the portable laser tag. October is very busy. I mean, with the
Yeah.
cool weather, people like playing paintball. We're doing a lot of parties. People winter's coming soon, and they want to get their outdoor activities in.
Yes.
So between the parties, portable laser tag is very popular in October. There's a lot of fall festivals and stuff
Right.
like that we do too. So yeah, it's all around a crazy
You're a
month.
little busy, yeah.
So-
And then just real quick, we got about a minute left. I'm curious if you could just touch on the cancer event that you're doing.
Yeah, so Cancer Under Siege, this will be our 10th year doing Cancer Under Siege. This year we have a really neat event because I have a friend of mine organizing from 4 different professional paintball teams, a couple of players.
Wow.
So we're gonna have a tournament that we call the Mixed Match Tournament, but this year you're gonna actually get to have a professional player on your team. So it'll be you, another person, and a professional player, and then you'll play against other teams that have one professional player on their team as well.
Interesting.
And we have raffles, auctions, food. It's a very fun event.
Yeah.
It also adds more to October.
Adds more to October, but also it sounds like goes to a wonderful cause and helpful.
Yes, and we do the American Cancer Society unless somebody we know is personally affected with a specific type of cancer.
I see.
So.
Wow, incredible stuff. Well, fun, good turnouts it sounds like you're having and probably going to have going through October as lots of events are occurring. Make sure you check out the Siege Paintball out in Mukwonago. Fun for all ages, right, Ruby? You're so sweet. We're going to be back with more Wisconsin Family after this. Stick with us.
'Cause every day is a new day.
Welcome back to Wisconsin Family. We are filming at Rubins Furniture. We are downtown and we're having a lovely time here on the curvy couch.
Yes.
And
Yes.
now we're going to talk about some things for your home later in the show. But another item for your home that, of course, is very important, sets the stage for the tone in the room, is your window coverings and what kind of light you're bringing in. We've talked safety, we've talked all kinds of different things with Georgie Schwant, who's here with Incredible Windows. And today we're talking about something a little different. So I'm excited to have you and talk about this topic. But
Thanks, Jessa.
yeah, thank you for being
My
here.
pleasure.
The topic of the day is trying to cover windows. I'm sure you get these questions a lot that aren't your typical square or rectangle.
I do get
And
those
you-
questions.
So let's
As
find
recently
out.
as yesterday.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Well, yeah, I can imagine that being a tough thing to do. So, can you cover odd shapes?
Yes, indeed, we can.
Okay.
So, many homes, many buildings have these beautiful architectural windows, which are lovely.
Yeah.
They're just lovely.
Yes.
They could be a hexagon, they could be a triangle, they could be an oval, they could be a circle.
Yeah.
And they're beautiful.
Gorgeous shapes.
Yes,
Or even,
but-
sometimes you see the half
Right.
circles, right?
I
which are
actually have one of those in my home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
but you can cover that.
you can indeed
How?
cover them. Well, there's several options.
Okay.
The consumer needs to think about that window very carefully before they even maybe move into a home or build a home, about
Okay.
the fact that it's, You know, it may be a difficult window to cover. There's no window that we can't cover in some way,
That's incredible.
but yeah,
The name.
however, there are limitations to what can be put on windows of unusual shapes.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. And, you know, many times people get into a home and they think, oh, I don't think I need anything on that window. And then all of a sudden the heat comes in, the sun comes in. In fact, that happened earlier this summer. A couple built this lovely home up on a hilltop facing west, high ceilings with big windows. And then they moved and they thought, oh my gosh, that western sun is really hot. And indeed, we could help them.
Right.
But, there's a but,
There's a
it
but.
was not an easy task, nor was it an inexpensive task.
Sure.
Because specialty shaped windows have some expenses that come with them. One of them is if it's a high window, perhaps it's going to be a scaffolding, or it could be a high ladder.
Sure.
If it's a triangle, if it's a hexagon, if it's an oval, those windows need a template made because the template is sent to the factory and the product is made to the
For
exact
that.
specification.
It would have to be. How
would.
else would it be?
It would.
Absolutely.
And the other thing the consumer must think about is you know, is it's a trade-off. I can have this beautiful shaped window in my home or my office, but if I have to cover it, there's going to be some additional expenses.
Absolutely.
So what you put on it, that's a question I think you asked. You could put a shutter. You can-
Really?
yeah.
You can put a shutter even
could-
on a hexagon.
Well, I'm not sure about a hexagon, but certainly an oval-shaped window or one with a rounded top.
Okay.
You could do something like a wood blind, and these are not specialty shaped windows.
Sure.
Hand samples, but they are examples of what we could put on. So this would be what we put on that particular home. However, it was very high. It was a irregular triangle. We needed scaffolding, and it's inoperable. These
I
are
see.
inoperable.
Okay.
So when you have an oval or a triangle, there really is no way to operate it. However,
I can imagine how would that go up and
right,
down. And,
exactly.
Right.
But what has to happen, so in a wood blind, for example, you know, we have the ability to move it if we want to in a rectangular or square window. In a triangle, it's got to be a fixed slat.
Okay.
So this customer chose to have the slats,
Yeah.
45 degrees up.
Okay.
So then
get
there's
some
still
coverage.
light. It's not glaring on the furniture or the floor,
Right.
and yet they still have some light.
Okay.
It could
So
go
there's partial
45 degrees
coverage.
down, but that's kind of defeating the purpose.
Right. Then the
because-
light's coming
exactly,
in down into the
exactly.
home. Okay.
So that would be one example.
Right.
Cool.
This makes me wonder why they make windows these shapes.
Well, you know, it's because of the architectural interest,
Sure.
and they're beautiful.
Yes.
They are just beautiful.
Absolutely.
And I have one in my home, and I love it.
Yeah.
But, you know, it took a little thinking about how we were going to
Right.
cover it.
A little
Yeah.
finesse, which you're
That
able
is
to
correct.
provide. Yeah.
So we talked a little bit about irregular shaped windows. What about really hard to reach windows? Maybe something really high up. Maybe what are some things
Actually,
to
we
think
just
about
did
there?
one of those. That's the one I was talking about yesterday. So, indeed, we're able to put, and this happens to be a rectangle. So that makes it somewhat easier because,
helpful.
once again, it's got the squares on the end, so it can be operable. And so this was like 15 feet off the floor.
Wow.
So my installer went and did the measure yesterday. The customer is putting a honeycomb, so a duet or an applause by Hunter Douglas with power.
And that's wonderful because then you start wondering, well, how do you open and close
Right.
said shade?
So
covering?
if indeed it's high, Steve, I'm sorry, if it's a high window and it's a rectangular shape or a square, it's operable. If it's high, we can put it in, but it would have to be a fixed slat.
Some great examples. So the
Yes.
moral of the story is Georgie is Superwoman and can do anything.
Well, we can cover anything. It may not be what the consumer is thinking about because of the engineering.
Right.
So, for example, earlier this summer, I had a beautiful window. It was big, a half moon. The customer wanted, and we can do this, a honeycomb that we can pull up from the bottom. However, it was 120 inches wide, and the maximum width for that option is 60. So we came up with other solutions. He wasn't as happy because we had to, do some piecing of different product together, of the honeycomb, but we got it done.
Well, Georgie, you're incredible, as is your business.
Thank
Incredible
you.
Windows. Make
Thank
sure you
you.
give her a call for any windows. Sounds
Thank
like
you.
big, small, irregular,
That's right.
etc.
Short
She'll
and
take
tall.
care of you. She'll get you covered. We'll be back with
right.
more Wisconsin Family after the break. Stay with us.
'Cause every day is a new day.
Welcome back to Wisconsin Family. We have been here at Rubins Furniture having ourselves a fantastic time on this very comfortable couch.
That's right.
I think there's going to be a Jessa-shaped dent when I leave because I have sunk in and enjoyed myself thoroughly.
It springs back up.
Oh,
right
good.
when
Okay.
it's done.
I'm glad to hear that. But we are talking about, deep breath, the semi-annual American Leather Comfort Sleeper Sale. I've just been enjoying the idea of saying that all in one big breath. And joining us now is JJ, who is a designer here at Rubins Furniture. And thank you for having us. Thank you for joining us. It's such a pleasure to see you.
Oh, it's so fun to have you here. We're
Yeah.
looking forward to it.
Well, we enjoy it very thoroughly, and we'll have to say hi to Justin because he's missing this interview. He loves JJ too. So, hi, Justin. And Steve is joining us and gets to talk about this wonderful thing. But tell us about this comfort sleeper. It's pretty incredible.
We are so excited about it. It's just unbelievable because it only comes twice a year, the sale.
Okay.
And it's going to be running from August 26th through September 27th.
Okay.
So it's not just a 3-day
No,
sale
you
or
have a
anything.
little bit of time.
Yes,
Yes.
it's quite nice. Because I've shared with you before that we're not a trend follower or a trend setter. And we've been carrying American leather for quite a long time because it meets all of our clients' requirements. There's about 15 different styles to choose from.
Wow.
And with each style, you can do different sizes from a king size to a queen plus to a queen to a full to a twin, or what they call a cot. So if you don't have room for a full sleeper, but you have an occasional guest that comes once in a while,
Sure.
you then have chairs that fold out to sleepers.
That's wonderful.
And then you get your choices of mattress. Now it's depending upon how good your friends are and how long you want them to stay.
I think that's great. Okay, so what are the choices then, depending on how long you want your
Well,
guests to
we have
stay?
the Premier,
Okay.
which is for your regular guests. Okay, then the gel for the ones that like to stay a little bit longer but sleep cooler.
Okay.
And then we have the Tempur-Pedic that the guests are coming to stay for quite a while.
Oh, okay. That's the gold standard.
Yes,
best.
yes.
Okay, wonderful. Wow, it's incredible how many options there are. So you're starting with a template of like 15 different options,
Correct.
and then within those options, there's options.
Well, some people would prefer to have leather. Some people would prefer to have fabric.
Sure.
So we have countless number of choices with the leather and with the fabrics. So you're not just closeted to just use like 2 or 3 different covers for the sofas. So we can usually fit almost everybody's need for color choice, texture, and of course the size is the most important thing.
Yeah. Well, that's what's kind of hit me as incredible as well, because you always, of course, think of a large sofa, but you said you could even do a chair. So it might not be a bad idea, guys, if you're in the doghouse, to have a chair, a go-to chair that folds out, right?
That's right.
What's also nice is that it just doesn't have to be a sofa. It can be a large sectional that we can put a sleeper in too. And so then you have lots of choices,
Right.
lots of colors. Because not every room is typical.
Right.
You have to have something for a den versus something for a spare bedroom.
Sure.
Maybe you want to have, you have a queen size bed in the room, but you need a place for the child to sleep. So then we can have a full-size chair.
Wonderful. Wow,
So a
great
lot of
options.
choices, a lot of options. One thing that I was wondering is what's the difference between a comfort sleeper and just a normal sofa sleeper?
Well, there's no sagging, there's no springs,
There's no bar in your back?
there's no bar in your back.
Remember those?
It's a much nicer way to actually sleep. That's why I was kidding about how long do you want your guest to stay, because some people say it's more comfortable than their average bed that they would have.
Really?
Because you really, in the past, I hated going to someone's house if they were going to put me on a sleeper, because I wouldn't be able to sleep all night because of the bars or the springs.
Yep.
Or the sagging. And with this, you have nothing like that. It sleeps very firm.
Wow. Wow, that's incredible. Yeah, I always think of a sleeper sofa, you know, the old pull-out mattresses from previous years where you're sort of worried you're going to fold up in it, or you've got the bar in your back. I mean, these are far improved down
These
the
are
years.
so much easier to pull out.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point,
I have a lot
too.
of clients who have downsized from their main home to like a condo. And so they're going to put a sleeper in their den because they only get guests 2 or 3 times of the year. And they might be an older client of mine. And what happens is that they can just pull it out with one hand or put it back with one hand.
Oh, so
So
nice.
it's very, very easy and very, it's been engineered so that anybody can feel comfortable using the sofa sleeper.
That's incredible.
And that's what's so special about American leather, because it's made domestically, it's made in Texas. So we can get it within your home within 30 days of placing the order, which is another nice thing.
Wow.
So to get a comfort designed sleeper that's custom designed for you.
Wow.
It's very rare to find something of that quality here, and it's just not your typical sleeper of the past.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, I'm even thinking about somebody in like an efficiency apartment downtown or something where you potentially, if you've got a comfort sleeper that is that comfortable and you're looking to save some space, what a great way to
Double
be able
up,
to
right?
fold it right back
Yeah.
up.
Very efficient. Some people who use it after they say, we're giving this to our guests, why don't we use it?
Right. Why isn't this in our room?
Right.
Wow. Okay. So really incredible. And how tough is it? Let's talk a little bit about the process of customization for a person who's coming in. Say you want to walk in and take a look at these items. What's I guess the process? We can see a couple on the floor, and then how do we decide what makes sense for us?
Well, we're going to get you involved.
Okay.
We're going to have you sit in all the different ones that we have available on the floor to show you how it would sit. We're going to have you take off the cushions. We're going to have you lay down on the mattress. So you have to be actively involved.
Okay.
We're not just going to walk by and say, oh, it's that
You want
one,
that
that
one.
one, or that one. So we have an awful lot of fun with it too. And people are so surprised once they lay down because they're expecting it to be like a sleeper of the old days. And with American leather, they perfected it so nicely that I actually tell people to try to lay there for at least 10, 15 minutes. So if you're doing a Tempur-Pedic, your body can adjust to it.
Okay.
Feel the coolness of the gel mattress. But just our regular Premier mattress is in itself extremely comfortable.
How incredible. So you get to be part of the process. It's an experience. It's not just picking something out of a catalog and that's that. You're going to make sure that they know how to use it, that they feel really good on it, and this is something that they can really feel comfortable with.
Absolutely.
Pun
That's
intended.
the best way to get you involved.
Yeah, absolutely. And just a reminder, how long is the Comfort Sleeper sale? So this will be starting now, going through.
Well, through September 27th.
Okay, so you've got plenty of time to come in, take a look, and sleep on the decision.
That's true.
Pun intended.
And if someone was kind of wondering about coming in, should we call ahead or should we just pop in?
Oh,
What
no,
do
we
you
have
prefer?
several designers here, but a lot of the designers are working with their own clientele,
Okay.
so they've already set up appointments. But everybody is welcome just to come in and take a look at the new type of way to sleep, and then to enjoy it.
Sounds good.
Well, what a fun topic. I enjoyed that very much. The semi-annual American Leather Comfort Sleeper Sale. I just wanted to do it again once more before we go. This is J.J. Johnson, a designer here at Rubins Furniture, and it has been a pleasure. Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
I want to thank all of our guests for joining us today, and thank you so much for watching. Join us next time on Wisconsin Family.
Every day is a new beginning. Shine your light. It's a day and the world